six batsmen in field? Will that be a weakness that you would like to?
I won't say weakness. I think our bowlers did a great job. I mean, no one expected our bowlers to fire the way they did and take 20 wickets. So I rather harp on that. For me, that's the biggest positive that's come out of this tour. You know, we're here to live and learn from our mistakes. And like I said, you know, that is the most positive. If only our top order. See, even we go in with 5 batsmen and an all-rounder. So, you know, which means the responsibility for both sides on the top order is that much more. Where you got to guts it out. Conditions won't be easy. South Africa have a very good bowling attack as well. So you've got to guts it out there as a top order batsman. There's no half measures, there's no shortcuts. You know, the right word is grind it out there.
What's the mood in the side like? I mean, how keen are the boys to bounce back?
They've had chances in both the test matches, but they didn't make the most of it. So when you believe you have a chance to win, then you look forward to a test match. When you believe you cannot win, you don't look forward to a test match. As simple as that.
Ravi, you were on commentary when the winning run started, and then you've come back over the last 6 months. Various times during those home test matches, India were in trouble, they bounced back. That hasn't happened here. Is that a reflection of the strength of the opposition or the fact that some main players haven't been able to step up?
First of all, overseas conditions. Conditions back home, we're familiar with. We shouldn't be in positions back home where you have to fight back. That's the bottom line as far as I'm concerned. We fought back, we did well. Here, conditions are different. In hindsight, I would say another 10 days of practice here would have made a difference, but that's no excuse. You know, it's a pitch we play on. It's the same pitch for both sides. And I would rather focus on the 20 wickets we've taken, because that's given us a chance in both test matches to win games. Yes, our top order, you know, if we can fire, it'll be a good test match here.
तो दिल से क्रिकेट खेले हो, जब आपको दिखता है कि कुछ बड़े बैट्समैन रन आउट होते हैं, खास करके दोनों इनिंग में कैचेस अटेम्प्ट नहीं होते, तो ये ज़्यादा दिल पे बात लगती है. एक एज अ कोच आप क्या कहने वाले हो टीम को तीसरे टेस्ट मैच में जाने के पहले?
अरे बड़ा दुखी होता है यार जब कोई रन आउट होता है. एज इट इज़ कंडीशन टफ है, उसके बाद अगर रन आउट होए कोई तो फिर बुरा तो लगता है. You know, there's no doubt about that. And you hope that those mistakes won't happen again, because they're at times schoolboy errors, you know, which have to be rectified. You know, in tough conditions like this where there's not much between the two teams, you know, you can't afford to give away wickets like that. And, you know, the boys have been told that.
There have been some contentious selections on this tour. A lot of talk has been, you know, on that. So this guy played, or Rohit played, Rahane played, Bhuvaneswar.
See, when you have choices, that will always be the case. If Ajinkya had played first and not done well, you would have asked me the same question, why is Rohit not playing? Rohit played, he didn't do well, you're asking me Ajinkya didn't play. The same would have happened with the fast bowlers. So when you have choices, the team management has discussed what is the best option, and they stick by it, they go by it. As simple as that.
Carpet, how do you see it?
Well, it's a good. There is grass on the track, and you expect that overseas. You know, we are not here to moan about the tracks, because, like I said, at the start of the game, both teams play on the same surface. The good thing, though, you know, people won't crib and moan when matches in India get over in 2.5 days. Neither will they ask me what kind of track are you playing on. So, because we are not here to complain, we've taken 20 wickets. When you take 20 wickets, you have a chance to win. If we had batted better, we might have well done that.
Ravi just said that 10 more days would have made a difference, 10 more days of practice. From now on.
See, unfortunately, the schedule was such that you had matches. But I'm sure henceforth in the future when itineraries are made, that will be taken into account. There's absolutely no doubt about that. You know, where you get there a couple of weeks earlier and then prepare.
How important is consistency in selection when playing overseas? In India, you can chop and change the team because they all play there, they're used to the condition. Hence, you won so many tests there. How important is selection and consistency in selection when you go overseas? Because you guys haven't won a test overseas in over 5 to 6 years.
It is more, chopping and changing in India is easier. In fact, in overseas is easier. In India, you don't need to chop and change because you know what the conditions are. Overseas, you have to go on current form. You've got to go on conditions. You have to see which player can adapt to certain conditions quicker than the other. What are the overhead conditions for which bowler to play, as opposed to what kind of track you will get where you need a bowler with bounce or you need a bowler with swing. So that's where the chopping and changing starts, my friend.
The schedule was such that you couldn't have come earlier. But was there a consideration that you could have sent the test specialist earlier? And
there was a thought, but then you're disjointed. Even as a team, you're disjointed. Who's going to handle things here? You know, preparation-wise or whatever. Those thoughts can be put in hindsight. But in hindsight, I would say the best thing would be reach there as a team 2 weeks earlier. As simple as that.
So this morning for the practice session, we got the practice wickets rolled again. Was to make them a little harder in keeping with the track that's going on?
No, they were damp. I think they might have watered it last night, so it was like a little spongy and too paste. So by rolling it, we wanted it to be a little harder.
We still are the #1 team in the world. Do you think we played like that?
We did. We had our moments in both the test matches where we looked like the #1 team. When we bowled out South Africa for 130, when we closed the gap with thanks to Virat's brilliant innings and had them 2 down, just 30 runs ahead. We looked like the #1 team in overseas conditions. Not many teams look half that when they come to India.
Coming from cricketers as well, the captain should drop himself on the side. How do you as a head coach and the team take all these things?
Experts are meant to do a job. And we are meant to do a job. They can say what they want. It doesn't affect us. As simple as that. They have a job to do. So they're entitled to what they have to say.